Hi guys, Sherry and John from Am to Glam, and we have a really important topic for you today. As you have realized, many RV lots have 2022 and 2023 and 2024 RVs for sale.
Yeah, and RVs, just like any vehicle, they just can't sit that long without incurring some kind of detrimental effects.
So today, we're going to talk to you about a condition called RV lot rot, and we're also going to show you what you can do to help prevent buying an RV that's going to have loads of problems down the road.
2023, 2024, 2023.
RV lot rot is a term used to describe what can happen to an RV when it sits on a dealership lot for a prolonged period of time.
As you can see on this tire, it is a little bit low. This is a common occurrence when a vehicle sits for too long. It needs to go, it needs to roll. You need to check the tire pressure on a regular basis. And obviously that's not being done in this case.
You see, tires go through a process called osmosis, which causes the tire to lose air. You know that thump, 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 thump sound you hear? Tree sap, bird droppings, and more can stain or wear down the clear coat that protects the paint.
Exposure to the sun can lead to a lighter hue over time, and even worse, it can expose cracks in your paint, leading to further damage.
Not only that, but the rain and the dirt creates an acidic compound that can weaken the metal and cause noticeable damage to your future RV.
And Sherry, I know this is not a favorite subject for you.
I know where you're going with this, John. I know where you're going, and I don't like it. Not one bit.
But we have to talk about it.
Go ahead, but I'm not going to like it.
Well, when an RV sits anywhere for an extended period of time, it becomes exposed to little pests. You want these little friends come and find a new home inside this RV. And you have to watch out for that because they can do a lot of damage. And not only that, it can be pretty unsanitary.
Very unsanitary. And what a lot of people may not realize, or may realize, I don't know, but a lot of the hoses in cars and RVs now are made from a soy-based material that mice and rats and squirrels and rabbits love to chew on.
They love to chew on that.
You could damage your brakes, your gas lines, I mean, all kinds of stuff.
Yes, we've seen it happen. Next is fuel. When any vehicle sits for far too long, fuel begins to coagulate. It thickens over time. I've actually had that happen to me where I actually had to take something and clean out a carburetor manually because the fuel became so thick and hard.
We don't have carburetors anymore, John.
I know, but injectors are even worse because you can't get at them without taking the engine apart.
Just to add to that, there's a process that happens in the fuel tank called oxidation.
You don't want to replace half your fuel lines, your filter, and everything else.
Hey, John, there are a lot of bugs, and including yellow jackets, on this old but new RV.
Yes.
Let's keep moving.
Yeah, let's go. When an RV sits, all the oil drains down to the bottom of the engine, and it doesn't circulate. And that also is a major problem before you start the engine.
There are byproducts of combustion that will accumulate in the engine, and that can cause the engine to seize. Not a good thing.
No. In an engine, you always want your transmission and oil, those various fluids moving through it.
John, I have another consideration, and this we recently found out when talking to some folks that are actually in the industry. But a lot of times what happens with these older models, so let's say you have a 2024 or 2023 on the lot and the 2025 years come out and they need parts and they have a customer that's buying that 2025 model and it might take a month or so to get that part in. Dealerships will take the parts off of one of the 2024s if it's compatible and put it into the 2025 model. So one of the things that you must consider when purchasing an older model that's sitting on a dealership's lot is, does it have all of the parts that it's supposed to have?
Another problem is...
Come on in, John.
Another problem are the batteries, your electrical system. Batteries die over time, even if not being used, especially when not being used, because you're not running the engine, you're not charging those batteries. So they're just sitting.
Not to mention that batteries also need to be serviced.
Yes.
Lead acid batteries, they
Yeah.
need to have water put in them. They need to be checked. They need to be run.
That's correct. That all has to happen, and when they're sitting here on the lot, it's not happening.
These things aren't getting the kind of maintenance that you would normally do. So you're not
No.
washing, you're not waxing, you're not checking the fluids, but you're also not checking on the roof of these vehicles. I'm going to point to that one right there, the roof.
Yeah. Oh, the roof.
You're not checking on the roof, so they're not checking any of the seals up there. They're not checking the air conditioning. They're not performing any of the roof maintenance.
That's
You're not
true.
getting your sealant done, and you still have the hot sun just glaring down on top of these RVs, causing all kinds of damage.
So you could have a potential problem in one of these, and no one would know till it's far too late.
And another issue is now you should check. I believe in most cases that the warranty will doesn't take effect until you actually sign on the dotted line. But if you're going to buy a 2022, 2023, 2024 model, you want to ask the dealership and you want to make sure you read the fine print and find out whether or not the warranty was taken into effect at the time that it left the dealership, or if it takes effect at the time that you sign on the dotted line.
Yes.
And you also have to remember, even though you're getting a new RV and you're getting it at a considerably lower price, it still has aged. So you're going to have to replace things a lot sooner than you normally would. Tires have a lifespan. Hoses have a lifespan. I mean, everything, the caulking, the seals, everything has a lifespan. And that lifespan is going to be shortened when you buy an RV that's an older model. And we've seen recently in this industry that there's been a tremendous slowdown in sales of RVs.
Yes. Compared to a couple of years ago, it's at a crawl.
And so what you're going to see is a lot more of these older vehicles sitting on the lots. And you're going to see some really good prices, and dealers are going to really want to negotiate. And we're not here to tell you, look, you do your research, you decide what you buy. We've done our videos on the quality of RVs. We've done our videos on what you should buy. But really, it's up to you using the research and your financial means to decide what it is that you want to buy and what is the best fit for you and your family. Here, we just want to let you know, make sure that you do your due diligence and understand what it is you're getting at that great deal, and be prepared to do some additional maintenance. Be prepared to ask your inspector to really look at those fluids, and to take a really good look at all of the seals and the caulking that's done on the RV. Take a good look at the paint and do a really good job negotiating, please. And if you're interested in more videos that we've done, check out this one right here.
Where they always are.